So the Kenyattas, also Raila Odinga being included in this case, are currently in a very big trouble over what we call the state capture. So let me ask you, do you think that it is the right thing for the Kenyattas, also Raila Odinga being included, to be held accountable for all their actions that they did and also the wrong decisions that they made while they were in power during the previous handshake regime? Do you think that it is time for both Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga to pay for their mistakes? Just like what happened in South Africa. Remember the case of Jacob Zuma, who was arrested. Because I'm looking at this particular clip here, which of course I will show you, of the majority leader in the National Assembly, Honorable Kimani Ichung'wah himself, proposing a bill that is called the State Capture Commission. Now, this State Capture Commission bill will serve as a watchdog to examine, to probe, and also to investigate both Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga over the following matters. First of all, the State Capture Commission will investigate Uhuru and Raila Odinga on how they exploited their position in power for their own personal gain. So basically here, according to Kimani Ichung'wah, this bill will probe Uhuru and Raila Odinga on how they used the public resources to benefit themselves and their families alone. And I want you to listen to this speech by Honorable Ndindi Nyoro talking about that particular matter.
The former president, please tumia pesa yako kusponsor vijana waende maandamano. Wacha kusponsor makesi katika mahakama. Na wewe mwenyewe hiyo Northern City ulitumia pesa ya umma ukajenga barabara through Kenya. Mimi nimeiona hapo. Inapita hiyo Northlands. Pesa ya umma ikajenga barabara kwa shamba yako.
I am doing a State Capture Commission bill as a private member, as a member for Kikuyu constituency. Because I firmly believe that our past should inform our future. That we must never as a country get back into the pitfalls that we fell into as a country, where state capture determined what contracts will go to who, where state capture determined what government policies will be advanced, not in the interest of the public good, but in the interest of private business interest. 2 billion shillings, $2 billion of our foreign exchange reserves was depleted from our foreign exchange reserves through a private bank. And that's how we were able to do, government was able to do what the central bank governor described as artificial propping up of the shilling against the dollar. Why was that being done through a private bank? And you don't need to be a neuroscientist to guess which private banks these were.
All right, leader, let's...
So there are issues that we must confront as a country.
Number 2, the State Capture Commission bill will probe Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga over corruption. Now, in this case, there was no transparency, and especially in the government policy, the contracts that were being issued, the loans that both Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga took from China, trillions of shillings. That money was spent through corruption. How the state capture was being used in the judiciary system, how they used the police to frustrate the politicians affiliated to a different political party, and especially those who were supporting President William Ruto, at that time the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. Remember, those leaders who were associated with the Kenya Kwanza Alliance regime were being frustrated so much for supporting William Ruto. They were being arrested. In fact, let me just read for you this article here. Let me just show you on the screen. It says that the centerpiece of Ichung'wah bill is the establishment of the State Capture Commission. This commission will serve as a watchdog, meticulously examining the influence of the private business interest on government policy and also the contracts during Kenyatta's term in office. By shedding the light on these connections, Ichung'wah aims to hold those in power accountable for their actions and essential steps towards a transparent and accountable government. So despite all these issues mentioned, my biggest question here is, do you think that this bill proposed by Kimani Ichung'wah is so important? It might be important in some areas. Of course, Kenyans want to know the truth. But do you think that it is so urgent? Because in my considered opinion, I think this regime, the Kenya Kwanza Alliance, should be focusing so much on the development agenda and leave other things alone. So let me give you 3 reasons as to why Kimani Ichung'wah is targeting the Kenyattas so much on this particular bill. The reason behind all this. But before that, just a quick reminder that in case you are listening to me up to this point and you haven't subscribed, I'm requesting you to please just take a second or two and subscribe to this channel. You can also give this video a like. If you do that, YouTube will automatically recommend this channel and this video to reach out to others. To my returning subscribers, of course, I want to appreciate you for your continued support. Without your support, this channel cannot be where it is, and that is why I don't take your support for granted. You can also get notifications automatically from YouTube itself by simply activating the notification bell so that you cannot miss any video immediately I post in this channel. Having said that, now let us go straight into the points. Why do you think Kimani Ichung'wah and majority of the Kenya Kwanza Alliance leaders are targeting the Kenyattas and also Raila Odinga in this bill? Number one, in my considered opinion, first of all, it is because of the Kenya Kwanza Alliance revenge towards the Kenyattas and Raila Odinga. It turns out that the Kenyattas, also Raila Odinga being included, have been sabotaging President William Ruto's development agenda, sponsoring cases to delay William Ruto's agenda, sponsoring chaos, demonstrations across the country. Because of this issue, I think Kimani Ichung'wah has decided to react, and he is working towards that revenge to silence Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga. So let us wait and see how things will turn out to be. Number two, it is because politically, majority of Kenyans would want to know the truth. If Kimani Ichung'wah is in a position to expose the dirty secret truth, I don't see any issue with that. Let him expose Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga, what they did, so that Kenyans can know the kind of leaders Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga are. Because according to Kimani Ichung'wah, he says that he aims to hold those in power accountable for their actions, also their decisions and essential steps towards a transparent and accountable government. And finally, I tend to think that Kimani Ichung'wah is on a mission to scare off Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta and also keep them busy, because Uhuru Kenyatta does not want to go for his retirement. So for Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga not to target the Kenya Kwanza Alliance government anymore, let them be scared with this issue. So let us wait and see how things will turn out to be. Otherwise, I don't have much. What can you say about this issue here, about this matter? Do you support Kimani Ichung'wah? Do you support Kimani Ichung'wah's proposal in this bill in Parliament? Let me also know your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section down below. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Let me see you again in my next analysis. Bye bye.